Go to hot yoga. That's a cheat code.
No, that's a good one.
It gets real hot in there.
Yes.
And you get a lot looser.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. No, my wife's good at that shit. My daughters do it. I just fucking, it hurts my lower back and my hamstring so much that I end up just going, all right, I get up and do a fake water break and just stare at them.
So I was working on this special. I saw you in Vegas.
I know you did.
It was very funny, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Very funny. I really enjoyed it.
I appreciate it, man. I had a great time making this special. I have a great time on the road. I can't believe it. You know, I fucking quit doing stand-up for, like 20 years or something.
What made you want to get back?
I think I was doing Grown-Ups and Rock and Spade and Schneider and KJ were always talking about, next weekend I'm going to Niagara Falls, and I'd be like, these guys are all fucking having fun on the road. And then I think Apatow was doing Carnegie Hall. He was hosting something, and he said, do you want to do some stand-up again? And I just go, yeah, let me do that. And I did it just to make sure that I fucking put together 15 minutes or something. That got me back into it.
And did you just piece it together by doing small sets, or how did you write it out? I think maybe I did a couple of improvs or something. Maybe I went to the improv a couple times, but mostly from doing Letterman. I used to do Letterman and do 2 segments. So I'd fucking sit down with my buddies, write jokes, and just go out there with jokes, and kind of trusted that, yeah, that's a good joke. And I think I started doing that with stand-up too. Just going, this is pretty good. Let me just do it. And then, like, when did you start booking gigs?
I did the same shit. I called the guy, this great guy whose daughter was going to school with mine. He would talk about booking acts and shit. I said, I was thinking of doing stand-up again. You want to book me some shows? And then he just booked like a 10-city tour for me. And I said, all right, I better fucking put an hour together for that.
Wow. So how'd you put the hour together? Did you go to the improv? Did you go to the store? Where'd you go?
A couple times at the store, improv. I would drive out of town, the Valley. Maybe an hour.
Like the haha,
that kind of shit. Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Anybody,
Flappers,
exactly. Flappers, good spot.
Good spot.
Try shit out.
Yeah.
I just did a bunch of. Maybe I went down to the Comedy Magic Club. Is that still wrong?
Yeah,
yes, I did. I did.
Sure.
Yes.
Beach, that's a great club.
Good. Yes, exactly. Except I remember growing up, I would always see Leno and Joe. What is it? Joe? Not. Is it Brogan? What was it?
Jimmy Brogan?
Jimmy Brogan.
Yeah, the booker.
Yeah, but he did stand-up as well. He did stand-up, and they were so clean, and they would fucking annihilate. And I always felt self-conscious in that place for how filthy I was. And I'd be like, these people don't want to see this.
Well, the Comedy Magic Club is like the cleanest club in the country.
That right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Miller used to book it.
Did he?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Apatow used to always go there.
Yeah, that's a great little club.
That's a good club. So I forced myself to get a good album. Now when I was on the road the last tour, I have so many, I have so much shit that steps on other shit, so I can't really do it all.
Right.
Because if I already said this, so that this joke doesn't make any sense now. So, but I was fucking doing 2-hour shows, and it wasn't that big of a deal.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Because I remember struggling to do an hour of my whole stand-up life. I'd be like, my God, the crowd's so bored with me now. I can't come up with new moves, But now, got enough shit. Keep them rocking.
So how long have you been steady doing stand-up again now?
I think like 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It must feel good, though, right?
It's nice,
to get back into like a real flow, like a real headliner flow again.
100%.
Yes. Go, I missed this.
I did miss it. I didn't even know I missed it.
It's the most fun.
Absolutely. You fucking were loose. You set yourself up to do a live fucking special. I don't think I could handle that, man. My head be spinning way too much, man. But
I had to over-prepare.
But you didn't have any pauses. You were just boom, 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 boom. How long were you doing that set?
I did. Well, because I have my own club, that helps a lot, right? So I was doing 2 shows a night, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I was doing 6 hours of stand-up a week, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And then I was doing podcasts and all the other UFC stuff that I do. It's a lot of work.
Right.
That got to be too much. So then I knocked it down to 3 sets a week, 3 headliner sets a week, and then I would do a bunch of short sets. That Bottom of the Barrel show that I told you that my friend Brian Simpson hosts. That show's the best.
Yeah.
It's like a premise factory.
Yeah.
Because you have this whiskey barrel on stage. It's filled with notes from the crowd.
Yeah.
It's all just different ridiculous ideas for premises, and you reach your hand in, you pull one out, and it says, frogs are gay, like whatever it is, and you just start ranting and you try to come up with bits, and you
land
every now
on
and
good
then,
shit.
you get 1 or 2 every set that you write it down. Like, this could be something.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And a couple of them made it onto the special.
That's incredible.
Because it's like it's a premise factory.
Absolutely.
So I had a lot of. I was getting ready to do a special in. I was going to do one in August of 2020, but then obviously in March everything shut down, and I didn't do stand up for 8 months, and it was just. And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I just feel like just working on my material now. I just feel like just working on stand up and not even thinking about the special.
Yeah. That's a great feeling.
Well, it's just I was just enjoying working at the club, owning the club, and then there's so many good guys at the club. It was just such a fucking hot spot.
Right.
And there's so many people. There's Shane Gillis and Mark Norman and Ari Shaffir and fucking Brian Simpson and Tony Hinchcliffe. It's just like every night was just murderer's row.
Right. Yeah.
And we were all just cooking together.
That's big.
And then when Netflix said they want to do a live special with me, at first I was like, fuck that. I don't want to do that. And I said no. I told my manager, I was like, no. I called her on the phone. I was like, what? I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I was driving home, like, why are you scared to do that, you fucking pussy? And I was like, as I was driving home, I was like thinking, and then when I got home, I called her back. I go, don't say no yet. Like, let me think about it.
Yeah. I've had those feelings. Yeah.
And then the next day I said, all right, I'm going to do it. And she's like, you sure? I go, yeah. I'm going to do it because I'm scared of it.
That's ballsy, man.
I was fucking terrified of it.
Of course. I'm scared thinking about doing it. I would never fucking do it. But you killed it. You killed it. You were loose. You were rolling. You crushed.
Well, I did that set in order for 3 weeks straight.
Right.
So I had it locked in for 3 weeks. I didn't do any, which I always fuck around. Yeah. There was no fucking around. No deviation for 3 weeks.
You were steady. Exactly.
I also wrote all the bits out by hand. I wrote them all out. Even the ones I already knew. I wrote them all out. I wrote all the transitions out. I listened to recordings. I watched videos.
That's big, yeah.
I beat myself into the ground.
That's good.
I over-prepared.
Right.
So that when I got up there was no, what is next? There was no thought about...
You didn't have a beat sheet somewhere just in case you got lost?
No.
That's fucking balls. I would never be able to do that.
But I wanted to treat it like a regular show. If I had a regular show, I wouldn't have a cheat sheet.
Well, I never did when I was young, but now I need fucking a word. I need to look somewhere and see the word.
What do you put like index cards on the stage?
No, on a monitor. I just look down and go, it says just
popcorn.
one word, popcorn, and then I'm ready. Because my head goes to space. I get spacey as I got older. When I was young, I was prepared and boom, and I did my shit. But I think it helps me kind of relax a little bit, just knowing that if I'm lost, I can look down and see a word and go, yeah, do that next.
Bill Maher brings like one of them conductors fucking things on stage. Or, like they have like where you put the news, the music rather.
Yeah.
He has that and he just has his ideas written out on that.
Good.
So you just look down at it.
I get addicted to that a little too much. Sometimes Largo in LA, I go up there, Flanny runs that place and he lets me go on and try shit out. And I have a music stand and I'll be at work all day working on movies. And then 10 minutes left to go. I go, oh yeah. Let me I got a couple of guys in the office who help write jokes with me. And I go, let me try this, and this. And I just put the sheet down, go on stage, try shit out. Try new shit out. Nothing better than a new joke.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
That's the best if it's working. Usually does work too.
Well, you're enthusiastic about it. And if you really have thought about it and prepared for it, it's like a new thing for you. So it's like this exciting new toy.
Yes. And you can't wait to get to that or open with it or whatever the fuck it is.